So the captain just came over the intercom. We are on Wonder of the Seas right now. Today is August 1st, 2024. And he made the following announcement. I guess we are going to be sailing through a tropical storm tomorrow. So I'm going to try to do some live streams tomorrow from the boat showing the storm and what it's like to sail through a tropical storm. But here is the announcement from the captain.
The Navigational bridge here on board the Wonder of the Seas, and no doubt many of you may have been looking at the news streams or our weather enthusiasts checking up on the weather themselves. But you may know that there is a weather system which is progressing here in the Caribbean. And I'm here with the master of the vessel, Captain Roll, to explain exactly what's going on with the weather over the next few days. So, Captain, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Chris. And good afternoon, everyone. I know that all of you are very curious about what the weather forecast is going to bring for us. We do have this low pressure system that's been making the news, and it's currently traveling over Cuba, and we can see it here. So tomorrow at 7, it shows it directly north of Cuba, right here in the Florida Straits. At 7 a.m., we will be just west of Cuba. And as we proceed along our route, this storm is going to move ahead of us. We will feel some weather as we get near Key West and the Florida Keys. We will feel it on the beam, and I would expect thunder showers, some wind. We might have to close the decks and so forth. We will pass through it, and into the evening when we pass Miami, this storm is going to move up to the west side of Florida. Now, according to the forecast, it shows the storm developing once it gets over the sea, and it's to curve this way up to the northeast. Forecast prior to it had it going west. It's changed now as curving up to the northeast. And one thing that I've experienced is when the forecast changes, it tends to keep changing. I don't know, but one thing is for sure, as we get closer to our turnaround port, the weather forecast will get more accurate the closer in we get. So we shall see what it brings us. But I wanted to show you visually just what it looks like. Here's another shot of the storm as it's scheduled to move through. Tropical depression turns into a storm on this NOAA website, and it remains a storm. Now this one does not show it turning into a hurricane just yet. If it were to continue more to the northwest, it would get over the really warm water in the Gulf of Mexico and likely develop into a hurricane. But currently we have it turning up like so. Port Canaveral is right here, and you can see our Port Canaveral right here. We have a flag on it showing the wind. As we cycle along and we're moving up the coast, we can see where this storm is currently headed, and it's to curve over Florida and pass north of Port Canaveral. We will feel some winds in Port Canaveral. And of course, this is the big concern. Is it going to be too windy for us to make Port Canaveral? And frankly, I don't know. We're going to go and attempt just like we normally would. If we get there and we find it's too much, well, then it's too much. But we will see. I've ordered tugs to make sure we have all the power and resources we need, and I will do everything we can to get our ship in and get it in safely. But your safety and the safety of the ship and the crew are my first priority, so we will always take care first. But you have now a little visual of what we are expecting, and I guess to say that it might change is pretty true. I believe it will change. I don't believe it'll change that much, but I believe it will change a little. Better or worse, we don't know yet. That is basically all I know at this point. I'm working closely with our meteorologist in Miami, and he has a good feeling for all of this because he's gathering all this information from various sites disseminating it, and then we are having this discussion. So that's where we stand at the moment. My intention, of course, is to keep you well informed so that you know. I cannot answer all the questions. I do not know some of the answers. But as time goes, we'll know more. So we'll show this video as long as we can until we get a decent update. And then I'll keep you informed. Maybe we'll make another one. I have Captain's Corner tomorrow at 9:45 in the theater. I'll know more then. If you'd like to join us, myself and Cruise Director Chris will be there. I'll be happy to take any questions as well. But again, we'll keep you informed, and any changes, better or worse, we'll let you know so that you can make appropriate plans. And that's basically all I can offer at this point. Stay positive. I am. I'm fairly confident we can make it in, but like all things, there's no guarantee. Okay, Chris.
Thank you very much, Captain. A detailed weather report there. And as Captain said, we will keep you updated. So if you hear the public address system activated, do just listen out for any updates there. And of course, tune in here to Channel 1 for any further updates. But thank you very much to everyone for your understanding. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to one of our friendly crew members here on board. Thanks again, Captain.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your time here on board the Wonder of the Seas.